Well, like I say before, at least I hope, boom, I'm here at Signal with
Charlie Luckin.
Charlie Luckin.
And Tom Goble.
And what do you two do?
I operate Signal Brewery.
Yep.
And I'm the head brewer here.
Wow, that's amazing. So, today is their big canning day. They're doing 10,000 cans in one day. They've been up, since 6 a.m.?
6:30, yeah.
And you're halfway through now, and it's about 3 o'clock.
Yep, 3 o'clock now, and we should be finished after we've cleaned everything down, by about 8 p.m.
Great stuff. Well, that's all right. Do you do 10,000 cans often, or is this something new?
Yep, fairly often. We're doing both contract brewing and canning for other breweries,
right.
But also our own batches as well.
Cool. For the uneducated people who don't know what contract brewing is, because I only found out a couple of months ago, contract brewing is where you rent out your facility to other brewers, right?
Yeah, other brewers will give you a recipe, and then we'll produce it for them. Mm-hmm. They'll come and do the first brew themselves with us, and then we'll help them out by making batches for them after that.
Cool. And that's been incorporated to your business model now?
Yes, yeah. We introduced that when COVID first hit. Right. When things were quite calm. Yeah. We lost a lot of pubs during COVID, obviously, like all brewers did.
Yeah, well, that seems like a great business model. And do you mind saying who they are?
We're brewing for, I won't say specifically who they are, just in case it's confidential. So,
all right.
We're brewing for some fairly good names, though.
Fair enough, that's cool. And you, Mr. Silent Type, in the background. I spoke to this man only 2 days ago when I was at the Anspach in Hobsted Best Beer Festival. And we had a nice, pleasant chat about beer. We had some differences in opinion.
Yeah, certainly.
When did you start here?
So I started here probably 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
Have been sort of learning on the job and
as you do.
And producing beer ever since.
That's great. Were you a home brewer beforehand?
Yeah, I've done a few home brews before, but it's more so I'm just interested in drinking the beer, and that's really how I got into it. But yeah.
Well, I've not met a brewer yet who didn't drink beer.
Exactly.
I
think it goes to the territory.
Yeah, I'm sure there's one out there. But all right, so we had some differences in beer. You want to keep it down to basic, simple stuff.
I think if you can get the basics right, you're sorted. Then so we've got the compressor going off. We'll just let that do its thing.
Speak up.
I'm going to take there's going to be a jump cut now. Watch this. There's a nice little jump cut to show what a great editor I think I am. We had the compressor going off, so I wanted you to hear us. Why was the compressor going off?
So we're canning at the moment, so that's basically just filling air to be able to push various valves and keep things running.
Can't push those valves, can't push that beer.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. So where I was with you, sir, do you mind me asking, how old are you?
24 years old.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And this is your first head brewer job, and you started this, you came straight out of uni?
Yeah, more or less.
Wow, that's great. I won't tell you what I did straight after uni, but fair play to you, good on you. Right, favourite beer. What's your beer inspiration then, Mr. Head Brewer? Do you have inspiration?
Well, I mean, in my beer career, I'm obviously fairly young, so I've not tried a massive amount, and it's more sort of about learning as I go, and so I just enjoy trying them along the way. Get inspiration as I go.
No truer words, more honest words are ever spoken than that. Just I'm trying it as I go along. We at Rasko and Disco don't claim to be experts. We're just enthusiasts, and we don't know nothing about beer. That's why I came along today, actually.
Yeah. I've always loved your candour about that.
Yeah,
it's really good. Yeah, it's nice. You're not trying to be something that a lot of people do try to be. It's very critical about things, and it's just very nice that you sort of run your show as you do.
Appreciate that. About this, Signal has been on our show before. I've mentioned it. This is the lager. It's perhaps my favourite of yours. Perhaps not.
Flagship.
Yeah. As my friend Radim at Budvar will nice to know, it was poured correctly. Not double pour, but it had a nice big head. It's kind of my thing at the moment, to pour beer correctly, so the head protects the rest of the beer from oxygen getting in. And I love it. Signal are simple what they do, and that's great. You don't necessarily need elaborate flavors, but sometimes you do. So you know where to go if you want simple good beer. Charlie, final thoughts. What's your beer inspiration, if you've got any?
Beer inspiration. Probably some of the first beers I drank were Gypsy Hill.
Yeah.
Like their operation a lot.
Not far from here.
Yep, not far. Always followed Brewdog and their story, fascinating as it is. So probably those two for me.
Fair enough, that's great. Plans for the future, or do you not want to elaborate? I don't know.
Yeah, no, I can elaborate. Plans for future are pretty extensive expansion for us.
Yeah.
We've just taken another unit next door, and we'll be extending our brew length again imminently as well.
Fantastic.
So yeah, just trying to push the Signal name out there, and thank you very much for your time.
No problem. Any certain beers like a Vienna lager? I've been trying to push this your way.
You've continuously been asking us to make a Vienna lager.
Yeah.
Not currently,
Yeah.
but as we find the lie of the land is a little smoother over the next few months, we will be looking at other things.
Fantastic, fellas.
So,
Right, I appreciate your time. This is Rasko of the Rasko and Disco Beer Review show on Saturday nights, every Saturday. Tune in. Thank you.
thank you.
Cheers.